Oh, it's time for Bimbus. Bimbus Flompany. Bimbus Blompany. Flimbus Blompany.
Morning. I swear a lot.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Limbus Company. We have more Canto 6 to do. Of course we do, but an extraction first. Let's get this moving quickly. I mean, you know, the ego would be good though, wouldn't it? I've already got the 3-star identity, so should I really do it again? Then again, the only thing I need from Sinclair is his Blade Lineage ID, I think. And I think I can shard that. One who shall grip. Yeah, I've got that. Haven't got that. Don't have that. Got that. Fuck. Well, we're using Ryoshu at the moment, aren't we? So let's see if we can get something from this. If we could get that ego, that'd be quite nice. I don't know if it's good, but it's probably good. Seems unlikely. Not impossible, but unlikely. Well, it's fine. So, big news. Actually, the biggest news. Bigger than any news I have ever shared on a video to date. And that's that my biscuits arrived. My lady fingers, my whatever the fuck they're called. Something Savoie, I don't know. They're here. I've got them. I'm gonna be eating them whilst I go through Wuthering Heights. It's appropriate. Nelly keeps yelling at me to not eat biscuits during fights, and I'm gonna be eating biscuits all fucking day. Balls. Because I montage the fights anyway, so my audio is cut, which means I can just chomp on biscuits while I'm fighting. Easy peasy. You'll love to see it. Now, it may seem like we got nothing, but we're actually gonna get everything. And by everything, I mean like one thing, but, you know, show me the goods!
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
Cool. Lovely. Fantastic. Love to see it. Wonderful. You need a new ego. Here it is. You've got it. So at base level, it does heal SP and actually HP as well. With an attack weight of 5, that's pretty fucking nice, but we are going to at least want to get that passive. That's probably quite handy. If we thread spin it again, that's more healing for everyone. And SP healing. Yeah, let's get it going. Nice. And pray tell, what is thread spin for? Heal 10 SP for all allies at heads. Okay, so you can heal up to 25 SP for everyone if you land heads. That's quite nice. It's not much of a clasher, but it's above average in the sense that it's a better clasher than most moves, so that's pretty good, but really you just want to be using this to A, make sure the attack lands, and B, hit multiple targets. The corroded version of this is pretty useful for debuffing enemies, or the overclocked version I should say. I've been forgetting to overclock a lot actually during fights when it could actually be really useful, and I need to keep that in mind. So it uses Gloom, Envy, and Lust, which we do make use of in this team, so that's quite good. I definitely think that Ryoshu and Otis are two characters who I should uptight for at some point, but I don't really have the resources for it now, but those two are very good contenders for it because it'd make them quite powerful. Anyway, back to the heartbreaking. I'm going to eat a biscuit. You're gonna sit there and fucking listen, I don't give a shit. I've been waiting a week for these biscuits. I would have set up face cam for it, but you know, it would have been a lot of work for people to complain that I'm using a face cam, so I decided not to bother, but... Lovely. Let's begin, shall we? Abyssal Basement. It's got a bunch of fucking abnormalities, Pikachulam in it, which we will absolutely crush.
파우스트가 맞이하죠.
Easy stuff. This staircase descended for much longer than we had anticipated. We couldn't even guess how far we were from the bottom. It's not enough to have a basement or a spooky basement. You must have a super spooky basement. Plus, if there is a Hydra down there, then it's got to be a pretty fucking big basement.
계단이 끝도 없네.
Nope, it's like that staircase in Super Mario 64 instead going down instead of going up.
이렇게까지 깊게 만들어야 했을 이유가 있을까요? 하인들이 고생을 좀 했을 것 같은데요.
Yeah, but imagine the daily fucking cardio and legwork from going up and down those stairs. You'd be absolutely fucking ripped. Healthiest person on earth.
하나하나 만들어진 게 아닐 수도 있어. 복도와 같은 원리라면.
Sinclair doesn't like it. There is a dark look on Sinclair's face, probably because it's eerily reminiscent of his basement, because he was a rich boy with a spooky basement as well. This is a grim reminder of our experience back in the basement of his mansion.
저희 집 지하실도 딱 이런 분위기였어요.
All rich houses feel the same. It's true. Sinclair, what happened back then? It still haunts you, doesn't it? Yes, Dante, I think the murder of his family and the discovery of literal monsters in his basement may have stuck with him.
아니라고는 할 수 없을 것 같아요.
Yeah, no, I don't think many people would have. Anyway, shush, it's Heathcliff's time now.
하지만 천천히, 아주 천천히
You're doing
나아가고 있는 것 같아요.
You're doing great, buddy. You're doing great. Yeah, I can clearly see that.
다행이네요. 저만 그렇게 생각하는 건 아닌가 싶었거든요.
Nah, there's been some notable changes to Sinclair's personality and behavior. He's gotten more confident. Remember when he bullied the shit out of that guy in Canto 5? That was hilarious. A sudden yet familiar sensation tickles my head clock. It is soon followed by a noise just as familiar. The unpleasant sound of something approaching, dragging itself across the floor. No, crawling.
뭔가 귀여워 보이는 것 같은데. 설마 환상체인가? 이런 곳에?
I mean, it is. I hate to spoil it for you, Gregor. I know you'd prefer to wait and see for yourself, but it is. Seems like they just kind of flock to the Golden Bough. I don't know. Or maybe it creates them, manifests them? I don't know. No, this is... gotta be.
최종 드립은요.
The Picatula, which is technically not an abnormality, it is technically distinct, but same kind of deal.
이곳은 로보토미 지부도 아니며 싱클레어의 저택처럼 지부와 연결되어 있는 통로 또한 아닌 걸로 판단된다.
Which means the rich people shipped in Picatula for funsies, because it would be funny.
맞습니다. T사의 지부는 이곳과 한참 멀리 떨어져 있죠.
Watch it actually be connected by a super long underground tunnel though, that'd be pretty funny.
원인 없이 결과만 도출되는 꼴이다. 이런 현상이 벌어지는 이유를 모르겠군.
I mean, if So fails to see it, there's no figuring it out, let's be real.
언제나 그랬지만 이해할 수 없는 상황에도 반드시 원인은 있어 왔습니다.
That's very true. That's very damn true. And worth remembering in a situation like this.
납득했다.
Oh, So got schooled, but the only person who could school him was Faust, let's be real.
뭐 원인은 지하실 끝까지 다다르면 알 수 있겠죠.
It's the Hydra, I tell you. It makes Picatula. We must kill it or befriend it. Imagine if instead of going into these like facilities and getting fucked up over and over, we just sent an army of Picatula in there. Well, I don't foresee many issues, gotta be honest. The music is so Bloodborne. Listen to that. Hang on. I want you to either go back, if you play Bloodborne, I want you to go back and watch it, or just go on YouTube and Google the intro to Bloodborne and watch it and listen to the music that plays as it, like, you know, swells, as it were. It is eerily similar. That's very cool. I like that a lot. Now, the combat music in Bloodborne, this is not similar at all, but the intro song, very similar. That's really cool. I like that a lot. Of course, with the strings coming in, that kind of differentiates it a bit. Like, it starts to move away from Bloodborne. Nice, cool, yeah, so it's Bloodborne reminiscent, but it's very much its own style as well. I approve, 100%. I like that a lot.
여기가 옥석이군.
그대와 모조리 치워버려. 그대와 찌하니
소매는
불청객은 불결한
미끄러지는 꼴 좀 보라지.
Show us what you got, I just want to see it.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
That's pretty fun. I like that. That's fun. All right, kids, wrap it up.
이제 보자. 하나를 찔렀을 뿐.
Nice, good. A lot easier than fighting the butlers and the fucking dead rabbits and whatever the fuck. Yeah, a lot easier. Appreciate that.
힘 좀 더 써봤어.
Heathcliff, you crazy dick, you've killed everyone. But wait, there's more. Oh boy. At least we can kick back, relax, and do a bit of combat today. Except there's also going to be story, but you know. Some easier combat at least, because these Picatula are a fucking joke.
불청객은 찌그러져 있어. 곰을 꾸러 가.
나도 갈랬죠. 나도 갈라.
눈 감을 준비.
나도 갈라.
불청객
소맨이 단정하지 않군요.
즉시 초대받지 않은 것들은 모조리 치워버리. 결국은 이렇게 떨어지죠.
Nice. Yeah, Fluid Sac is amazing. Just like whenever you get the resources, it's like, okay, heal everyone's SP and HP.
누가 이렇게 해둔지는 몰라도
I'm pretty sure it's Catherine. Because she's like all sneaky and shit and, you know, likes to play her little games and might be a ghost. We're not sure. A Yurei, I'm calling it now.
야, 우리가 지하실에 들어가는 걸 무조건 막고 싶나 본데.
Or a yokai, I suppose. Maybe a yokai. We'll see. Not a very British ghost, though. A British ghost would be more like a poltergeist, as in some kind of little piece of shit who's just annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna go with poltergeist. But yeah, someone doesn't want us getting to the basement, and it's not just Linton.
입구에 가까워질수록 최종들의 숫자가 점점 늘어나고 있잖아.
Turns out it was Dongrang the whole time. It was Dongrang's ghost. He was like, man, I love being a ghost. Ha ha ha. I can't wait for the next staff dinner.
여기에 다른 통로도 없으니까 결국 이것들은 지하실에서 계속 몰려오고 있다고 생각해야겠네요.
It's the only place, which means the basement is presumably fucking full of Picatula.
대체 지하실에 뭘 숨겨놓고 있는 건데?
It's interesting because I personally would have assumed that the basement would have been the dungeon. Like the end of Kanto dungeon would have been the basement, but obviously not because we're nowhere fucking near the end and we're almost at the basement. Like literally on the staircase going to the basement. So I'm curious as to what the dungeon will even be.
그런데 보통 이런 대저택에 지하실을 만든다고 하면
Either servants' quarters, prisons, dungeons, or places where they keep their hydras. We shall see.
그런 거 아니야? 좋은 위스키를 만들어서 숙성시킨다거나
Oh yeah, wine cellar. Actually, usually wine cellar. If you're being boring,
꽤 값진 재산을 보관하는 창고 같은 곳으로 사용하기도 하고. 털어먹는 재미가 있었는데.
I hadn't even considered this angle. There might be tons of money down here. We should take all of it.
부잣집마다 다르겠지만 숨기고 싶은 것을 만들어 놓기엔 지하실이 최적이긴 할 것 같아요.
Yeah, in this context, that's a lot more likely, isn't it?
히스, 일기장이라도 다시 펼쳐봐. 아까처럼 안 보였던 부분이 나와 있을지도 모르잖아.
He checks the diary and she's like, Heathcliff, can you go out and get me a pack of cigarettes? Thanks.
그렇게 쉽게 될 리가 없잖아. 고작 일기장인데 지하실로 가야 하는 이유가 뭔지 물어봐도.
They've literally been changing, man. Come on. Oh, look, they changed. Is there something wrong with the diary, Heathcliff?
아까 단순히 착각인가 싶어서 넘어갔는데
Fair, to be honest.
지금 또 느껴졌어.
Oh, spooky.
내가 들고 있는 일기장 말이야. 뭐라 표현해야 하지? 아무튼 뭔가 이상한 기분이 들었어.
Almost as if there's some kind of ghost scribbling in the diary. Maybe.
아까 갑자기 유리창이 깨져서 놀랐을 때도 비슷한 기분을 느꼈고.
Yeah, it's almost as if it's Catherine poking you, being like, hey, I've got more to say.
히스클리프, 혹시
Which basically means give it here.
알아. 정신 나간 소리 같지? 하지만
아니요, 히스클리프. 그 일기장은 보통의 잉크로 평범하게 쓰인 건 아닐 테고.
It was ghost ink for ghostwriting. Oh my god, the ghost wrote in the book! We got ghostwriting! Mark down ghostwriting! We're one step closer to identifying this ghost. I can't believe I didn't pick up on that joke sooner.
생각하시는 그 의문이 사실일 수도 있다고 저는 생각합니다.
무슨 이야기를 하시는 거예요?
Ghostwriting, Ishmael, keep up! Stop faffing around, go back to the bus, get some salt, and pour it on the floor. Presto!
히스클리프, 직접 펼쳐보는 걸 추천드리고 싶군요.
Yeah, the ghost only likes you, Heathcliff. Heathcliff opened the diary with a somber expression. And once again, the ink stains on the page transformed into a series of legible alphabets, including Greek, Latin, and Sanskrit. Have fun deciphering them, fuckhead.
꿈을 꾼 적이 있었어.
Oh yeah, just once?
내가 갑자기 죽었거나 혹은 영영 잠에 빠지게 되어서
It's actually going to be an eternal slumber, isn't it? It's going to be like, she's technically not dead, but for all intents and purposes, she may as well be.
눈을 뜨니 천국에 있었던 거야. 책에서 본 것과 똑같아. 천사들이 내 주위에서 노래를 부르고 있었지.
Well, that's nice.
하지만 동시에 깨달았어. 그곳은 내가 있을 곳이 아니었다는 걸.
Heaven was too boring for you, is that it?
나는 천사들에게 다시 돌려보내달라고 엉엉 울며 빌었고 천사들은 크게 화를 내며 나를 보랏빛 꽃들이 무성한 워더링 하이츠 꼭대기로 내던져 버렸어. 그제야 나는 기쁨의 눈물을 흘리며 깨어났지.
Huh.
그리고 이제야 회고해 보건대 그날이 그저 꿈에 불과했다고는 생각하지 않아.
You believe you may have actually died and then got sent back?
어렸을 때부터 이 저택에서 유령을 보았던 것이 결코 내 상상이 아니었던 것처럼 말이야.
And who's the real ghost? Like, Kathy's a fake ghost, but who's the real ghost? That's the real mystery. That's where the money is.
그래, 우리는 천국에 있으면 한없이 비참할 거야.
Huh.
그러니 다가오는 죄들을 받아들이고 그 밑바닥으로 계속해서 하강하는 수밖에.
Interesting.
여기서도 언급되고 있어요. 우리라고.
The we, and a none too subtle reference of go down, keep going down. What you're looking for is below, in the basement.
보통의 일기장에서는 1인칭을 쓰는 게 일반적이죠. 아시는 거 없어요, 히스클리프 씨?
Yeah, was she like weird or something?
모르겠어. 난 처음 듣는 꿈 이야기야.
Interesting.
억측일 수도 있소만.
Though it may be baseless conjecture, I theorize that they keep their stock of mint tea in this basement, and I desire to partake in it for myself. Mint?
다가오는 죄들을 받아들이고 이 밑바닥으로 계속해서 하강하라 함은 내게 맞지. 이 죄종들을 모두 물리치고 지하실로 나아가라는 소리처럼 들리오.
That's the impression I'm getting, yes.
설마 캐서린이 이 모든 걸 준비했다는 거냐?
I'm not entirely sure she planned all this as much as she is actively doing it. You know, she's actively adding to the book through some method. I could be wrong. It might just be she planned this whole thing. She could be very good at planning. I think she's taking a more active role, though.
그리고 이것이 파우스트 양이 떠올린 의중이 맞을지는 모르겠으나 히스클리프군, 마치 그대가 부르니 일기장이 대답을 한 것만 같지 않소?
Maybe it has, through some means, been designed or made, I guess, to react to certain phrases or to Heathcliff's voice or something.
나만 그렇게 느끼는 거 아니지?
I can feel the ghost's presence, lads.
그 캐서린이라는 분.
He's leaving fingerprints on the doors. Where's the UV flashlight?
고인을 두고 이렇게 말해도 될진 모르겠지만 조금.
Stepping on shaky ground here, Sinclair.
가끔씩 엉뚱하면서도 섬뜩할 때가 있으셨지.
Yeah, I'm getting that impression.
넬리, 아까 린튼 그놈이 내가 보낸 편지를 소각정에서 봤다고 했잖아.
I know this isn't the case because then I'm pretty sure Heathcliff wouldn't even remember sending them, but watch Linton be like, yes, just to drive an extra nail in, I burned them in a concept incinerator to remove the very concept of the possibility of you sending letters to Catherine, because fuck you, I guess.
내 편지들을 다 가로챈 게 그 자식이었을까?
I mean, he was a pretty jealous, spiteful, pathetic little gremlin, so it's possible.
그래, 린투님이라면 충분히 그럴만 하셨을지도 모르겠네.
No, he's made that quite clear.
힘 좀 더 써봤어.
You killed everyone, again! I was about to say onwards and upwards, but we're very much going down, so yeah, glass pods, that's ominous, okay. Sure, it's fine.
파우스트가 맞이하죠.
Oh look, glass pods. That's spooky.
거창한 짓거리를 해놓았군.
That's one way to put it, but what are we looking at exactly?
다들 보이세요?
I'm seeing it, I don't know what the fuck it is, and there's a person standing there. That's an Oofy person. Is this where they keep the coffins, and is that where her coffin is?
유리관 속에 사람들이 들어있어요. 눈을 감거나 뜬 채로.
What the deal?
죽은 걸까요?
Maybe?
살았거나 죽었거나 둘 다 말이 안 돼. 왜 저택에 이런...
I suspect the Golden Bough is there, or one of the two. There are two in this place. So, what are they doing? The room was filled with rows upon rows of mysterious glass pods, each housing a completely still person inside.
각자 다른 복장을 하고 있으며 나이, 성별 또한 제각각.
Is this... I mean, it wouldn't make sense because they haven't taken the place yet, but is this the Dead Rabbits member production facility? Facility? Not even a facility? I don't think it is, because surely they haven't taken the place yet, and why would the Yuffie be guarding it, but... I truly have no idea.
그리고 T사에서는 대대적인 실종 사건이 벌어지고 있다 들었다.
So does it turn out that the abduction cases are completely unrelated to the Dead Rabbits? Why are the Yuffie down here? Are they working for Wuthering Heights? As far as I can tell, they were only here to officiate the funeral and the reading of the will.
그렇다면
저기... 당신들이 찾던 황금가지가 저건가요?
Yes, it is. Thank you for cutting off Merceau. He was too busy solving the entire plot too quickly, and it's like, settle down, Merceau, we're only a third of the way through. Oh, there's Catherine, holy shit. At the end of the basement was a woman lying inside a coffin. Chill, we're trying to be sneaky here. And Heathcliff was the one who immediately recognized her face. She appeared to be at peace, as though in a pleasant dream.
보이나? 저 관에 달린 기계 장치들이.
Is she absorbing their life force? Is she doing necromancy? I fucking love necromancy.
아래를 향한 레버 2개가 보인다.
Were they kidnapping people to sap their energy and life force and stuff to keep her alive for a bit? Or to give her power? Or both? Or neither? I could sit here and conjecture all day, it makes no fucking difference. Attached to the coffin was a golden bough, shimmering with the golden light we'd grown familiar with.
캐시, 기다려!
Mate, she's not going anywhere, she's in a fucking pod. The room, the glass pods, the chaos, none of it seemed to register for Heathcliff. He began sprinting toward the coffin like a madman. Don Quixote? Don Quixote, who I was ready to see sprinting alongside Heathcliff, was standing still, aghast. Aghast? Never been sure how to pronounce that.
뭔가 큰 오해가 있는 것이 틀림없네.
You say so, but I don't think there is. A misunderstanding?
T사에서 실종되었다던 사람들이 명백하게 이곳 지하실에 갇혀 있는데 무슨 오해가 있다는 거예요?
Well, we don't have 100% proof of that fact. It's looking pretty fucking likely, isn't it?
보시오. 기계 근처에 서 있는 자들 말이네만.
Yeah, the Yuffie Association people.
저택에서 보았던 자들이지 않은가?
Yup.
외우피 협회 나리들 말일세.
Turns out they're a bunch of shitters. Who'da fucking thunk it?
나리들.
Nope. Hello, you beat up Heathcliff before. Are we gonna have to beat you up?
본인은 세상 물정이 어둡고 눈치 없다는 소리를 자주 들었네. 하여 섣부른 오해를 하고 싶지 않네.
Don Quixote's gonna have a bad time, isn't she?
그러니 부디
답을 내주시게.
She's asking you very sincerely, sir or madam.
앞에 막고 있는 놈들 당장 비켜.
이쪽으로는 접근 금지입니다.
Fuck that, we're already down here. You think we're gonna turn around and go back upstairs?
금지? 지금 내 바로 앞에 개설인이 보이는데.
Oh, a butterfly flew into my room. Symbolic? I don't know. I actually don't know.
개씨에게 향하는 걸 이 새끼들이 금지시킬 수 있을 것 같냐?
We don't necessarily want to beat you guys' asses, but we will. Oh, we will. But I do also get the impression that they're probably quite tough.
벌써 여기까지 올 거라고는 예상 못했는데. 뭐 아직 때가 되지 않았으니.
Okay, so they're well in on this plot then. They're not just a little bit in on the plot, they're well in on the plot. Okay.
부산물을 풀어라.
Release the Hydra! The fixers began fiddling with the lab machines. And releasing a bunch of Picatula, I assume? Yeah, there they are. And we can see Catherine over there, and the pods. Interesting, interesting. I'm curious to see where this goes. But first, we got some cleaning to do. Can't leave Nellie to do it all herself.
여기가 이제 찔렀어.
나도 걸레짝이 돼버렸고.
Nice. Now, I assume the Ufi Association members are going to be a lot fucking tougher, and I think that's going to be a bit of an encounter, you know, putting it out there.
힘 좀 더 써봤어.
There's no way we're not going to fight them, surely. Yeah, now we don't know what the enemies are. How fucking suspicious. Okay.
호스트가 맞이하죠.
I'm gonna have another biscuit. Delicious. Look, now they're standing guard. How ominous.
사람들이 갇혀 있는 실험관에서 기어나오고 있어요.
Would you say that they're crawling out, the people, or that they are the people crawling out?
이래서는 안 되는 거잖아요. 왜 최종들이?
Maybe the Picatula are feeding on them?
파우스트야,
Just like I feed on this delicious, delicious ladyfinger biscuit?
말씀하세요.
우리 중 가장 유능하며 모든 걸 꿰뚫고 있는 그대라면 아마 충분히 알 것이라 생각하오.
That's good, Yi-sang. Butter her up first. Appeal to her ego. Her overwhelming ego that can heal the entire team's HP and SP at the same time.
하지만 알 수 있더라도 말할 수 없는 것들도 많으니 구태여 먼저 말하지 않아왔겠지.
But if you fancied, I don't know, divulging some of the details of the current situation, that'd be just grand.
그러니 내가 오늘 띄우겠어.
In his usual flowery and extremely pleasant manner.
내게 이 장면은 결코 낯설지 않으니. 내 혹여 오해를 하고 있는 것은 아닌지 그대의 견해가 듣고 싶소.
This is an interesting conversation, actually.
이 실험 사람을 주제로 하고 있지 않은가?
It's an experiment on the subject of humanity, the dark soul. We spend these to look less like corpses, and we get them from being bosses. And when there's too much, everything turns into Ulasil, and you do not want everything to turn into Ulasil. That place blows hard.
파우스트에 의하면 이 실험은 황금가지의 동력을 이용하여 할 수 있는 수많은 방법 중 모든 가능성을 총동원하는 실험.
See, that lends credence to the fact that Faust, as people have said as their other little theory, that she has like an internal fucking Discord server full of all of her other identities that she discusses things with, but she refers to them all as Faust, not like Seven Faust, N-Corp Faust, Zwei Faust, she just says Faust. So the idea being here that a Faust explains that the purpose of this experiment is to use the energy stored within the Golden Bowl to utilize every strand of possibility. This Faust didn't know that, but another Faust did, perhaps? Maybe even the butler Faust that we've been using, who the fuck knows? None of that's confirmed, but it's an interesting theory.
인간을 탄생시키는 실험? 모종의 인간을 만들어내는 실험이라고 합니다.
We're creating humans, but we decided that having sex was too boring and decided to create humans through science and magic. Each to their own, I suppose.
또한 가능성의 폭을 조금 더 넓혀보자면 이 지하실은 그저 동력을 가동하는 시작 장소에 불과하며
Oh, cool. So this is the power source. We're using people to power it.
이 저택 자체가 하나의 거대한 실험실이 되었다고도 볼 수 있겠군요.
The true L Corp, not actually L Corp, because L Corp has nothing to do with this facility. Was the manor itself? It wasn't. It's not. 100%. I have to clarify that, or people will be like, Foreman, are you not paying attention? They said it was somewhere else. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Don't worry. I do this thing called making jokes. I do it quite a lot. Sometimes Faust looks like she's pausing to look at something before speaking. Yeah, her Discord server. She would respond to us more often, but all she can hear all day is fucking Discord pings.
이상 씨는 어떤 게 낯이 익다고 생각하시는 건가요?
Have you seen anything like this prior? It would be hard to imagine if you had.
생각이 아니라 보이고 있어.
Indeed.
내가 직접 설계하고 연구하였던 장치들이.
You made these? Or are these similar to the mirror?
그것은 결코 이런 식으로 쓰이길 바라고 연구한 것들이 아니오. 사람을 쓰고 더욱이 만들고 그런 해괴한 것을 위함이 아니었소.
Interesting. Very fucking interesting.
얼굴이 많이 창백한데요.
And that's saying something because he was already a pale goth to begin with.
그저 본인의 연구가 이렇게 쓰이고 있다는 사실만 문제인 게 아닌 거네요.
But wait, it gets worse.
아, 더 두려운 사실이 있는 건가요? 이상 씨?
내가 두려워 비록 내가 일부 설계하였다고는 하나 그 당시 내 벗들의 조력 없이는 결코 이루지 못했을.
So you fear that N-Corp has been involved with this?
결코.
Not without Gubo! Yi-Sang falls silent, unable to finish his sentence. He faces forward. That man is not Gubo. God damn it. Ah, fine.
나를 일찍이 알아보지 않았는가?
It's hard not to. The whole scruffy goth thing makes you pretty noticeable, and you wear your coat like a cape, which is silly, but I let you get away with it because you're cool.
무어라 말이라도 해보시게.
Don't often hear Yi-Sang angry. That's interesting.
반갑다는 말도 그렇지 않다는 말도 잘 지내냐는 말도
Which you've just broken, so nice one, dumbass.
모두 어색하게 그지없어. 그러니 침묵만큼 괜찮은 답은 없겠지.
Yeah, we're just gonna skip all that then, I suppose.
그대가 그 시절 침묵을 가까이 했듯이. 그렇지?
이 광경들을 보고도 그리 태연하게 말할 수 있는 것이라면
Then that just says bad things about you, I suppose.
그대는 이미 이 모든 장면들을 일찍이 보아오고 있었나 보군.
Most likely, yes.
아세야.
뭐 온전히 내 결심으로만 비롯된 일은 아니었네.
I didn't mean to skip Yi-Sang's line there, by the way, but it was so short that the second click skipped the whole thing. So N-Corp is up to its neck in this, hey.
자네도 알지 않나? 내가 이 정도의 야망이 있는 그릇까지는 아니었다는 걸.
Evidently.
이봐, 함부로 얼굴을 드러내면
I don't think he gives a fuck. Ufi, The Ring? Wait, we don't even know who these people are anymore.
이미 다 알려진 마당에 뭘 그렇게 숨기기 급급하나? 추하게.
It's also pointless, so yeah.
당신은 이전부터 정말 지긋지긋하군. 이번엔 기필코 그분들에게 낱낱이 보고를.
그분들이라. 재밌군. 도슨트들을 말하는 건가? 아니면 마에스트로?
Docents or maestros, you ring-ass motherfucker?
무슨 말을 하는 거야, 루시오? 그 명칭들은
I don't think they are, because the name tag gave it away mostly.
분명 말했지. 저것들은 이상하다고.
She did, but we were all like, shush, shush, not now, we need to let them beat up Heathcliff. Y'all should have listened to Ryoshu. I remember Ryoshu telling the Yuffie Association fixers to stop, that there was something off about them. Then,
저것들 외우피가 아니다.
they're not Yuffie.
허접한 흉내를 내는 모조품들이지.
They're just some bitch-ass motherfuckers. Ooh. And now we fight them? Do we fight them? Yes, we do. Question is this focused or nope, it's unfocused. Okay, well, we have an advantage already in numbers. Enamored researcher of the ring? Question mark? In a clash power +1. Fuck you. Heal 2 SP on self on hit against targets with bleed. That's pretty good. So they're gonna have an advantage, I don't know, the whole time, I suppose.
정리하겠습니다. 불청객은
묵은 먼지.
그대와 모조리 치워버린.
떨어져. 결국은
너도 걸.
불청객은 찌그러져 있도록. 즉시 퇴거하시죠. 즉시 퇴거하시죠.
이제부터 하늘을 찔렀어.
What was I expecting from common criminals? Worthless.
그놈의 검은 심장에도 박히게 된다면 좋겠어.
Good job, Greg. And more Picatula. Yeah, well, I don't see there being many issues, frankly. One wave for Picatulum. Yeah, I think we'll be alright.
결국은 이렇게
No
떨어지죠.
worries. Absolute joke. Come on now, where's my Ricardo? I want to see a Ricardo encounter. I'm ready to get fucked up again.
힘 좀 더 써봤어.
I am ready to get hurt again.
감을 좀.
전투.
저 밑에서 나를 부르는 물소리가.
감을 준비하고.
미끄러지는 꼴 좀 보라지. 너도 걸레짝이 돼버렸군.
이제부터 하늘을 찔렀어. 이제부터.
불청객. 물결.
묵은 먼지. 결국은
No chance. Absolutely no fucking chance. 2 waves of Ufi? Sure. Why not 3? Why not 5? Makes no difference to us. Losers.
칼날이 마침내.
Nostalgic face. Sounds very pleasant. Is it just going to be more Ufi? I mean, they're also weak to slash, so probably. I need more enkephalin. I need more brain juice. I know for a fact I'm gonna regret asking for a Ricardo fight when it shows up and I'm like, this is ridiculous, I can't beat it. This is everyone's fault but mine.
너희들은 분명 이 실험실의 의식 재료로서 쓰일 계획이었어. 얌전히 저택 위에 있어야 이치에 맞는 것인데.
And yet we're down here beating your ass. Thoroughly.
우리의 계획을 틀어지게 만들고 있군. 누가 너희를 이곳으로 보낸 거지?
The lady in the pod, funnily enough.
일기장. 이러고 대답하면 믿어주려나?
I would hope that the reason you're telling him this is because we're going to kill him immediately afterwards. I would hope so.
멈추시오, 아세야.
He's getting very upset.
왜 그립다고 생각했던 얼굴들은 항상 예상치 못하는 순간에 찾아와 먼저 다름질을 치는 것인지. 나는
Oh, buddy, you have better friends now. These are your friends. And he turns around to see, like, Heathcliff with a bowl of cereal on his head, trying to pour milk onto it on his head, and, like, 6 sinners around him cheering him on. And I'm like, these are your friends now.
알지 않는가? 나는 주먹 다짐엔 영 젬병이었다는 거. 뭐 언젠가 자네처럼 거울을 써볼 수도 있으려나?
And that's when he uses the mirror and realizes that every version of him that has ever existed was shit in combat. And he's like, oh, Fuck.
차라리 이곳에 자네도 같이 있었다면 조금 더 재미있었을지도 몰랐을 텐데.
I don't think Yisang would have liked it very much.
아쉽게는 생각하지 말게. 예뻐쇼. 곧 다시 볼 수 있을 테니.
For some kind of ridiculous boss fight where I channel all of these people into myself and then explode or something.
이만 퇴장하도록 하지. 네, 많은 이의 몫을 맡고 있어. 정시 퇴근을 잘 못해.
And yet he's not wearing a hat right now. I'm sick of your lies. Oh, look at that, more victims, wonderful.
내게 받쳐주지.
떨어지는 꼴.
영원한 잠으로 그대받지 않은 것.
백성전.
죄송합니다. 오티스님 많이 되게 좋아집니다. 결국은 끝이라도 되려는 자가
이렇게 떨어지죠.
경전 뒤. 이제
그대받지 않은 것들을 모조리 치워버린다.
Poor Faust. She did good though.
남김없이 모조리 처리했습니다.
Otis did absolutely tear up in that fight though, Jesus Christ. Ah, that's a little more interesting, okay. Ah, and it's a focused encounter as well, so you're actually like a boss fight of some kind. When an ally is defeated, gain 1 slot next turn, max 2. Clash win, all allies including this unit heal 3 HP. Or SP, that was SP wasn't it? That's a big difference, yes, SP, okay. Well, considering that we'd quite like to keep their SP down, we might want to make sure they don't win anything ever. Faust needs to stay alive, because if things go wrong, we need Fluid Sac. And you can sharpen your blade on that guy, I suppose. Okay, let's see how this goes.
내게 받쳐주지.
Very pleased with you, Otis. Very pleased. Very pleased. Love to see it. That less so. Because these guys hit really fucking hard. Yeah. Unsurprising. But as planned. Get him, Greg!
여기가 뱃속이군.
He didn't gain his damage bonus, which is very nice. You all gained SP rather than losing it, and this makes me quite sad. This could be genuinely kind of tough, to be honest.
먼지나게 패주지.
The presence of an opponent who is actually relatively tough does make them a lot more dangerous. On the other hand, we're pretty good. We're pretty good too, though. We're pretty good too, you know? We got some things going on. Echoes of the manor and all that. Yeah. Nice. So now we want Otis and Faust to focus on the main researcher because he has Echoes of the Manor and they can do stuff with it. Although neither of them can do anything with it this turn, so it's kind of moot. You hit them, start building up some poise. That would be nice. Can you fuck them up? You sure can. Bloody of the Valley. That's scary. That's fucking scary. That's a little bit spooky. Okay. Spread out. You can't match it. You're too slow. You can do that. We don't have any ego to play with right now, except for Heathcliff, who can't intercept that attack, so it's moot. Okay. What about restraining technique? Struggling. He is pretty close to being staggered, so maybe we just lean in on him. Just put the boots to him and see if we can stop the attack from happening entirely. But he has got his evade, which could throw everything out of whack. we may have to just clash and do our best. Yeah, kill his friend, or at least start working on it anyway. This might be a rough turn. Ryoshu, you are just the best. You are just the best. Oh, yeah. Oh, go on, Greg. Oh, go on, Greg. Yes, baby. Oh, yeah. Go on, spread out. You can do it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Oh. Oh. You were doing well there, Otis. You were off to a good start. You were. Emphasis on were. Not anymore. She's doing alright. She's not doing that bad. You can knock that off. You can puddle stomp that and either win or fail, I suppose. You got plenty of sinking, so you'll be able to lose some SP and gain some power if you fail, so that works out. And I think we got it. I think this will be alright. This is not nearly as hard a fight as I dreaded it being. Oh, go on, though. Yes. No. Alas. Oh, go on, potential man. You love to see it. Yeah, there it is. Good stuff. So they're both back, and he is very vulnerable, and I suggest we fucking jump on him. Absolutely put the boots to this full medium style. Not even medium style, heavy. As heavy as you can. Just fuck him up. Yeah, they're done. They're starting to melt now. It won't be long. I dare say. How very upsetting. Nice. Lovely. Beat him up. Just straight up. Ooh, lovely. Oh, I ain't done yet. Ooh. Ooh. Lovely. He's back up, but it'll avail him nothing, because you see, I have a very... Actually, I have an even cheaper plan than the one I had in mind, which is called You Never Get to Do an Attack, aka fuck you, I suppose. Yeah, we'll do it this way. I've already got this planned out. I know exactly what I'm going to do. You see, yeah, you see, yeah. Offset that, and then... Everyone jump on him. Everyone just jump on him. Don't let him do his attack. Why would we let him do his moves? What is the point? Why would I fight him? Why would I fight him when I could just kill him? Truly. What is the point? If he somehow survives this onslaught, which I doubt, I've got it covered. He won't survive this. Yeah. Hey, he lived though, technically. I guess we got to interrogate him first, eh? Oh, go on, Ryoshu. Lovely. Now we get to do some fun interrogation activities, like stabbing, and Heathcliff will do some punching. Oh, Ryoshu stops one of the fleeing enemies with a swift swing of her scabbard. He's like, oh, my tendons.
내 놈들이 평소 무슨 예술을 하던 알바가 아니었지만.
But this is kind of fucking weird, so I've got a few questions for you.
이번 작품은 조금 흥미가 가서 말이야.
I find this one quite interesting.
외우피 흉내를 내는 약지놈들이라. 팝아트가 테마인가?
What is this, some clickbait or something?
이자들이 약지 소속이라고?
They're absolutely the Ring, the Elden Ring. We're going in with a lot of the Soulsborne references today, aren't we? Bloodborne music, humanity from Dark Souls, rings from Elden Ring, and absolutely nothing else. No, you shut up, I've never heard of Lord of the Rings. What's the ring? The middle's neighbor or something? The kind of neighbor where, you know, you sat there with your partner and you're like, the neighbor's got a new fucking fence. We need to get an even bigger fence. And then have a gang war outside the house.
이웃. 나도 잘은 모르는데 반쯤 정신 나간 조직이야. 그냥 아름다운 거라면 사족을 못 쓰는 애들이라고.
Well, I'd like to point out the obvious here and say I think all of the finger gangs are fucking mental. Like, let's be real. The middle are fucking mental. The index are fucking mental. These guys are fucking mental. The thumb are fucking mental. They're all crazy. They're all just crazy people.
자기들끼리 갤러리를 운영해서 자기만의 작품을 전시한다곤 하지만 무엇도 내 취향은 아니야.
Their art is lame and they're a bunch of sellouts, goddamn. All they do is post Ishmael, but I want to see Hod and Malkuth.
불쌍하군. 천묘파의 미학을 이해하지 못하다니.
Yeah, that pointillism seemed to do you a lot of favors, didn't it?
마에스트로가 관여되어 있나? 어디 있지?
Is a maestro their Ricardo equivalent? Because that would lead to quite a fight, actually.
그분이 이런 곳에 계실 리가 있나? 그리고 이미 우리는 더 이상 약지 소속도 아니야.
Right, Linton did mention he was working with ex-Ring members, not Ring members, very specifically. So that's interesting.
그럼 뭔데?
Then what the fuck are you?
그걸 선소리 말해줄리?
You might regret that course of action. Holy shit. Heathcliff tore the man's head clean off with a full swing of his club. Ah, Heathcliff, it's been too long since I've seen you brain someone. Longer since I've seen you brain someone who deserves it. None of this chaos mattered to him, even slightly. Only the coffin he was walking toward mattered. Catherine's coffin. God damn. I like to think they were having the conversation. Heathcliff was like walking towards the coffin and like barely even broke stride to just golf swing the dude's head off and kept walking. Didn't even stop to look at where it fell or to see anyone's reactions. Just kept walking. So I've got much more interesting things going on right now, thank you. Could this be where it all goes wrong? Let's find out. 6:30 seems like a good place to stop if we win. She's like, wait, she's not gonna want you to see her when she's just woke up. Bedhead and all that, you know.
재미있어질 참에.
Sorry, Ryoshi. You have to have enjoyed the display though of Heathcliff absolutely sending that dude's skull. That was pretty cool. What are you gonna do, Heathcliff?
당연하잖아. 캐시를 꺼낼 거야. 적화인지 실험 장치인지 모를 기계 속에서.
I mean, it might be worth knowing a little bit more about it before you do that, but I know that's not really your style, so... What about...
여기 실험관에 있는 사람들은 어떡할 거냐는 헛소리가.
Yeah. What's the deal?
나한테 들어먹힐 거라고 생각하진 마라.
Fully expected, but I still feel like we might need to know a little bit more about it before we bust it open, but you know what? You do whatever, man.
내가 어떻게 되어먹은 놈인진 그리고 얼마나 참아왔을지 이쯤 되면 알만하잖아.
Yeah, but think about it for a moment, hey?
히스클리프.
Besides, we know the drill by now. He's not a heartless bastard. That's the mask he wears because it makes him feel like a big tough guy. When in reality, he's surprisingly empathetic. Now, will that come into play here? I don't know, maybe. We'll see.
잠시만요. 잘 찾아보면 동력을 멈출 수 있는 방법이 있을 거예요.
Probably. Maybe. That would be a bit too simple, though.
그런 다음에 이 관에 달린 황금가지를 습득한 후에
And then everything will be good and we'll go get ice cream. It won't even be fish flavored this time, I promise.
설명하려 들지 마. 그걸로 날 설득할 수 있을 거라고 생각하냐?
Hey, by this point, I'd be like, look, I'm not even going to necessarily tell you to stop or tell you to not do it. I just want you to wait a minute to see if we can find a solution. Then again, is Heathcliff really going to wait in this context? He's been waiting for this for years, and then if we're like, just wait a couple more minutes while we poke around, he's going to be like, nah, fuck that. Bust that shit wide open. That fucking butterfly scared the shit out of me. God damn, it's back. I don't like bugs. I'm a huge coward, I know. Maybe this is the time to beat the sense back into him, like we discussed earlier on the bus. And that's when...
너희도 결국 이 집안을 털어먹으러 온 강도들이라는 거지.
Oh look, someone irrelevant showed up with someone relevant. Look at that.
힌들리 씨.
Hey Hindley. We just missed you so much.
당신 데드레비치들한테 무슨 짓을 시키고 다니는 거예요?
Can we talk for a moment about how you promised a gang of criminals the ancestral home of your ancestors? I know that was a redundant statement, but I couldn't think of any other way to describe it. Also, they're like zombies or something?
형님,
Oh, that snapped him out of it.
지금까지 어디 있었어? 데드레비치들이 어떤 꼬라지로 돌아다니는 줄 알아?
He's like, yeah, I did it. Lol.
심지어 이상한 말도 들었어. 데드레비치들이 오래전에
오, 진정해, 스플리퍼.
He's like, take it easy, man. I totally fucked up everything myself. It was funny. I thought you'd laugh. Come on. You're supposed to be a heartless bastard, aren't you? Ah.
이건 내 집이었어. 빌어먹은.
Yeah, and you're gonna give it to a bunch of criminals, so...
거의 다 이긴 게임이었는데 그 망할 새끼가 갑자기 그 패를 내지만 않았어도.
That's precisely how card games work. I don't know what to tell you. I don't sit playing fucking Hearthstone. I don't play Hearthstone anymore. But when I did, I didn't sit there like, if only they didn't have that card. I'm like, well, yeah, that's what happens. That's literally the game. You just do your best to plan around that shit. Okay, I grant poker or blackjack or whatever the fuck he was playing was a little bit different to Hearthstone, but you can do even less about it in poker, so why fucking worry about it? I know, it's because that card draw ruined his life, but on the other hand, he's a so whatever.
하지만 힌들리 씨,
But Mr. Hindley, you said you wouldn't gamble anymore.
이런 문제는 좀 더 깊이 생각해봐야 한다고 제가 말씀드렸지 않습니까?
Yeah, and I don't think you've ever done that once in your entire life.
인생이 갑자기 유별나게 틀어지고 있다 싶으면
Start thinking, is it my fault? It might be. The answer may surprise you.
분명 그 원인이 어딘가에 몰래 숨죽인 채로 처박혀 있을 거라고.
It's usually within, but I'm off topic and I'm sure you're referring to something else.
맞아. 곰곰이 생각해봤지.
He's like, yes, I've given it some thought, and after taking some time to really rationally analyze this situation, I've decided that it's everyone's fault but mine. And I shan't be swayed on this matter.
언제? 어디서부터 잘못했는지.
Hindley, mate. I don't mean to be rude, but I actually do. None of us are interested in talking about your, like, tragic backstory. We all hate you. Everyone in this room hates you. Everyone. Even Catherine.
처음부터 잘못 끼워진 단추. 그 하나 때문에.
Everything went wrong when Heathcliff showed up, is what you're going to say?
모든 게 틀어진 거였어.
You're talking about Heathcliff, aren't you? Even Heathcliff can see it coming.
그날 바람이 뒤지도록 많이 불던 겨울.
It's all because I didn't get my violin! My violin! And he just rips off his shirt and he's fucking ripped and just goes Ricardo on everyone. My violin! That's his special attack. Instead of hair coupons, it's my violin. Sorry. My violin! Poof! Sorry. Okay, alright, sorry, Hindley. I know this is a very big moment for you, but I can't take you seriously, you fucking mop-headed twat.
웬 거렁뱅이 자식이 부서진 바이올린 조각들과 함께 내 앞에 나타났을 때부터.
My violin! Oh, you fucking loser, goddamn!
그게 내 잘못 꿰어진 단추였어.
That's when everything went wrong, because I didn't get my violin.
그때 그 놈은 길바닥에서 그냥 얼어 죽어버렸어야 했지.
And I should have played violin for 10 minutes and never touched the fucking thing ever again, because that's what rich, spoiled brats do.
어떤 색깔도 없는 그 뒷골목에서.
But he didn't, and that apparently ruined your life, question mark.
진정하세요, 힌들리 씨.
Calm yourself, Mr. Hindley. The Let's Player is losing his shit laughing at you, and we need to move this plot along.
제 부하들도 별로 없는 이 상황에서 저들이랑 괜스레 싸움만 부딪히면 좋을 게 없단 말입니다.
Hey, the lights in his eyes stopped. What, you got? Well, so how are you gonna make more, huh? What's the method?
아니, 나 정도면.
You're surprisingly confident in your combat capabilities, which is interesting.
설사 당신이 과거에 육체 시술을 받았고 아버지에 의해 기숙학교로 보내진 뒤 전투에 대한 훈련을 받았다고 해도요.
Okay, so he is actually capable then, fair enough. I was wondering if augmentation might be a part of it, because, you know, all the rich kids get fucking augments and it makes them tough and stuff. Yeah, so he might actually be a Ricardo fight, and that might be his special attack. Fuck, I hope so. Hindley glared at Matthew with a look of reproach for a moment, as though he was about to lash out at him for cutting his sentence short, then scoffed.
난 이 저택의 주인이었던 몸이야. 네 놈들 같이 저택을 노리고 기어들어온 잡배들이랑은 다르지.
We only came here for the golden bough, my dude. We don't give a fuck about the house. You can have it, I guess. Doesn't really matter.
너희들은 내 뒤에나 붙어 있던가.
Alright, fuck off. We'll see you at the end of the canto for the final boss fight.
저 새끼는 내가 죽여버려야 하니까 말이야.
Uh-huh.
진작에 그랬어야 했는데.
Uh-huh. Are we actually fighting Hindley? No, we're fighting dead rabbits. I'm guessing the second round will in fact be some kind of boss fight. I assume they're not having us just fight dead rabbits for the sake of it, even though Matt was very much like, hey, boss, I'm kind of running out of people, can we not do this?
결국은 이렇게 떨어지죠.
You know, I was really kind of hoping that we were gonna, like, I don't know, have a boss fight of some kind. That's a bit of a downer. Oh well.
결국은 이렇게 떨어지죠.
Come now, I want my boss fight. I want to struggle again. I like struggling. It's fun. I find it enjoyable. Nevertheless, that's all we've got time for today, ladies and gentlemen. If there is some kind of massive roadblock coming, it'll be next time. Yeah, this place fucked. Why are they feeding Kathy 1 million people? Was she a part of that? Was that her idea? Or, you know, was she like, actually, I would prefer if this didn't happen, and then Linton was like, fuck it, do it anyway, because I'm in charge now. I don't like peasants, especially not Heathcliff. I burned all his letters, and Hindley was like, my violin! And, you know, that's what every single character was up to at that given moment in time. Good stuff. Looking forward to seeing what comes next. I know there's going to be some kind of tough encounter, and I'm looking forward to it. I want to see what teeth this canto has, you know? And I suspect it won't just be at the end of the dungeon. Like, there's got to be something else. I feel like, don't know if this is true, and God knows, I don't want any of this confirmed for me, but I feel like, you know, everyone responded so favorably to Ricardo in Canto 5. You know, that was such a hilarious fucking roadblock. Like, maybe it didn't need to be that hard, as it were, but it was fun and it was enjoyable and it was interesting. Like, I personally quite liked it. So I feel like surely they would have done something similar for Canto 6. Not the same level of, like, stupid ridiculousness, exact same scenario playing out again, but some kind of mid-Canto encounter that is just correct. Like, tough. I don't know. We'll see. I hope so, because it'd be quite fun. But that's all from me for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget your violin! Special thanks to Zachary, Unclever Name, Lumin, Crystalite, Summercat, Flanny, Painted Dragoon, Lila the Haxire, Lipotatoes, Proxy, Caminera, Moa, Heartland, Harak J, Dressos, Lol, Final Legend, Etherbin, Linky, Xeon Cedar, Bimblewort, Majoko, Mymoon, Alkia, Honey Lawless, Sweet Baby Red, Jessicity, Plutonium Pie, Dreamer Ghost, Leper Lullaby, K-Bub, Magic Owl, The Frostbite, Monsoon, SCP-106A, Namad, and Kenny T800 for support me on Patreon. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you all so much for watching. Yeah, no, this has been great. You know, like just the general stuff that's been happening has been interesting and cool. I got to do a bit more combat, which was admittedly quite easy apart from that one encounter, which wasn't particularly hard anyway. I also got to sit here and eat ladyfinger biscuits the whole time. I've gone through most of a pack already. It came with like 4 packs, so I've got some to last me. But yeah, no, those biscuits are really good. Yeah, I like them a lot. It's been a good time. Nellie was fucking livid, right? I was just smashing win rate while munching on biscuits. She hated it. But I digress. Thank you so much for watching. Whatever happens next time, and give me a boss fight. I want a big, tough boss fight. I want a big, hard boss fight that I complain about incessantly because I can't beat it. And when it happens, hope I see you there. Doodles. Goodbye.